What's up guys, Crash Potato here, bringing you another video for Crossout. You guys seem to enjoy the previous Crossout video, so I figured I would deliver another one. Because I quite enjoy this game. It only entertains for so long, but I do enjoy this game quite a bit. It is fun what you see sometimes. So for this episode I'm not gonna have any gameplay because I've got rid of my old tank, because as much as I love the 100mm cannon, it just doesn't quite cut it. So well, it does, but it's too limited. So I got this bad boy here, this 88mm cannon, which can turn in all directions. So it's smaller, but it's got that freedom of it can aim anywhere. And yeah, I need some tracks though. I got rid of my tracks. I did have tracks originally when the game first came out, but I got rid of those. So I'm gonna have to buy some more. So I'm gonna use the pickup cabin, which might be a mistake, might bite me in the ass later, because that reduces how much I can actually have in terms of energy, but I should have enough. I only really want maybe a shotgun and the big cannon. I'm gonna have the cannon on the back, so it's gonna be like a flatbed pickup. I'm gonna try and get the cannon on the back. Yeah, that's gonna be too low. If I lift that up one, let's see that. Just wanna get the tracks on here and see if they fit. Oh, that is looking beefy. So this is probably not the most efficient way of using my parts, my structure. Yeah, my total parts. Probably not the best way of using it, because I don't think they provide that much structure, but nevertheless I'll use it anyway. That is looking quite beefy. That's looking like quite a nice tank platform. So let's see if we can fit our tracks on here. Oh, look at that guys, that is perfect fit. Could not have asked for a better fit. That is beautiful. That's looking way cooler than my previous tank already. We just need to figure out where this gun's gonna go. Could go on top. I'd move it back a little bit so it doesn't look so silly. Right, it looks silly anyway, but I don't want it hanging over the front like that. We could have it on the top. It looks a little... I don't know, I suppose it looks cool. I mean, it can aim down quite nicely. And as you can see, it can turn in all directions. I would like to get it slightly lower than the cabin. And try to think how I would go about doing that. Maybe the van roof. The van roof might help me out. So if I put it there, and then if I put the gun on that, it's only just going over the cabin there. See, that also looks kind of weird, but let's see. Yeah, so see, we can't aim down at all now. That completely stops us aiming down. We can only aim at the horizon, which isn't going to be that helpful. So I'm just gonna fill out this back bit, make it like a little engine room. I'll have this just in case someone flips over. I doubt I'm gonna flip over with these tracks unless I do something extremely silly, but there's always someone that will flip over, especially if you get in with other players. So we get that in there, and now we just need to fill the gaps basically. So I'm gonna get some of these. Oh, they fit nicely in the middle. I could have them flat along there, or I could if I figure out how to rotate them. I could have them going down along the sides like that, and that just makes a little bit of an extra filler, fills up a bit more of our points, our structure points. Because the way this game works is it's a bit an odd one. It's a mix of modular damage as well as sort of traditional hit point damage, in the sense of some things are modular, so the weapons and such do break that. Put that on the wrong way. The weapons and some other things like the accessory stuff, the utility stuff, all that will break off. The wheels will break off, the tracks will break off. However, everything else will not break off. It will work off your structure points, which are basically like health points, and obviously once you lose all of them, then your tank goes kablooey. So it's an interesting concept, but it works quite well in gameplay. It makes for some interesting fights, because you know, this game is very similar to Robocraft. It isn't, and it is. You know, it's completely different, but it's got similar concept. And obviously with Robocraft, one of the annoying things was just getting smacked with a plasma and losing everything straight away. Well, that doesn't really happen in this. I mean, you can get smacked and lose your gun, so I'm thinking, can we put a little machine gun down there? And we can, but I think that's going to limit my aim. And I would like a sledgehammer shotgun, because that is quite nice. However, I don't really have the power for it, and that's where I was saying that it's going to bite me in the ass going with this pickup cabin instead of the truck cabin. I mean, it looks cooler, but sometimes looks aren't everything. And I'm going to fill this back a bit with 4 radios, and you might be wondering why, but the reason is they don't use any energy up, and they're pretty small, and they have points, the structure points. So it's quite a nice, easy way of getting a bit of structure points. Okay, so we can't fill another one in there. The problem with these planks and plates is I can't put anything on these. It would be really nice if I could put a weapon on there, but as you can see, it's red. I can't put anything on the sides, which is really disappointing, because it would be nice to have maybe 2 weapons on there if I could make up the energy somehow. So if I get rid of that car flipper thing, we can have a sledgehammer, but yeah, that stops the gun from aiming down, the main gun, which we don't want. We don't want the small gun to hinder the big gun. So let's see what we can work around getting. I don't want the radiator because that's going to use energy. And let's see if we can get an ammo pack. So I used to have the expanded ammo pack, but I got rid of it, silly me. And they look like they don't sell, because obviously you can only get it from buying the tramp pack. Well, to be honest, I'm assuming that that's 6x2. So I'm assuming this one is actually, we can't afford this one either, but we could get that little bit of extra money. But yeah, that one's small. That's only 4x1, which is nice. So let's see what we can sell. We can sell this. Yeah, it's gonna be easier if I just trade and then do it by 500. Yeah, if we trade 500 away, it's gonna take longer. We're not gonna get it instantly, but I've never actually used trading. What's this for? Is that for one or? quite sure what that is, but put them up for sale. I think I've just put them really expensive, but it all confuses me at the moment. I just sell, I mean that's selling 10, so I might as well sell 10 this way. Nothing else that we can get rid of. We can get rid of fuel, but that doesn't sell for much. Get rid of those, but they don't really sell for much either. Not sure what else I can get rid of. I want to get rid of something because I really want that ammo pack. Because I think that will fit where we had that carjack. We could go with these instead. And then just wait until we get something to sell to make that little bit of extra money. Yeah, we could get 2 of these. Like so. That looks alright. Doesn't look too bad. And what else can we put? I could sell these. I mean, they are nice. They give structure and such, but they're just bling. I'm gonna sell these. I don't use them. Hopefully this game gets wiped when it comes out of closed beta and I get all of the stuff back, because if I was smarter about my purchases, then I wouldn't have to sell this stuff. I'd be a lot more smart about it, I'd save stuff and such, but I'm praying that it gets wiped. So get rid of these fuel things and slot this in here. It's also got space above it for something. So that could be used for some extra structure. Could have a slope, but it'd look a bit silly. See if we could go with. I want what I've got on the side where the tracks are, but I feel I've run out of those. Yeah, I think I've run out of those that I've used on the tracks, so it's gonna have to be something else. Put those on the sides. Not sure how I feel about them, but we'll leave them there for now. And I'll put this. Oh, it only attaches to one. Huh. How strange. Might have to change that in the future, but we'll see how it works. No, I suppose it attaches to the gun as well, so it's got that for extra structure. Alright, so I think that's done for the back and the top-ish. I want to cover it up a little bit more, but for now I'll work on the sides, because I'm not happy with the way I've done the sides. I've got 2 of those, 2 of the ramps. So I could have like 2 of these, 1 on the front, each side. And then I could go with 1 of those on the back. So I'm not sure I like that. I've only 1 of the other things, so I can't keep it consistent. Could have the barrels there. So just working with it. It's how I tend to build stuff. I just sort of I go with it as it is. And if I feel like I need to change it, then I do. We could have a Vando on the back. I'm not sure I like that. It's starting to look like my old tank, and there's a reason we got rid of my old tank. It's because it looked like crap. So I'm not sure how I feel about that Vandal, but we'll leave it for now. Till I can think of something better to put there. Could use ramps. That just looks silly. That also limits aiming back, which I don't really want to do. I don't want to not be able to aim back. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about these. It could look cool, but it doesn't. It really doesn't. We'll leave it like that for now. We'll come back to it. So this is the part of the build where I just randomly slap stuff on, because I don't like going for too much of a clean build design. You know, some people build the tanks and they make them look like replica World War II tanks, or they make it look really fancy and modern or something. But that's not my style. I like the wasteland look. I like the steampunk kind of look of it, slapped together in an old shed kind of look to it. It just adds a bit of character to it. So that's how I tend to build my tanks. I build the fundamentals first, get the fundamentals out of the way, and then once all the fundamentals are out the way, we just slap random bits on it, see how it looks. If it looks cool, then we keep it, and if it doesn't, we get rid of it. And a lot of the stuff I'm building at the moment I'm not liking, but we'll live with it. So I could put a snowplow on the front, yeah, like that. Oh, that looks mean. We could get some of these are my favourite. These would be a favourite. I'd like it if I could have them pointing outwards. We'll run out of parts if we do. So if I could have them pointing outwards, then they're cool. But as they are now, I'm not digging them. I'm not digging it, to be honest. Might have to rebuild the sides, because if I could get rid of those brace things, that went down. If I could get rid of those like brace things, I could have it. Could have it like that. And that looks somewhat cool. So I'm not liking this van door at the back. I'm really not liking that, but I'm just gonna pretend it doesn't exist for now. I'll get back to it at some point. So I'm just gonna work on one thing at a time. I would like one of these somewhere, but I'm not sure where I'm gonna fit it. Car jack, we're not gonna fit. We still need to fit the shotgun somewhere. I forgot all about that. You know what? Let's just get rid of that. Get rid of that. Let's get rid of all the side bits. Could have it there. Though I don't really like when it's just off to the side somewhere. I mean, it's not completely off to the side, but it kind of is. I'm wondering if there's a way we could get the shotgun on top of this plow, because that would look cool. But I don't think I can. I think we're gonna have to go with having it on the side like that. I don't like that. I really don't like that van door at the back. I'm gonna have to get rid of that. Yeah, I'm not digging that shotgun placement. It could be done a little bit better. The van door could be done a lot better. Let's just get rid of that shotgun. And how could we do this? I'm not sure what we could use to get it on the front. That shotgun's the same. So if we had a little bit more power, then we could go with like one on each side, and then I wouldn't hate it so much because it wouldn't be so limited. But we only have one. Well, we only have a powerful one. We do have two of them, but we only have a powerful one. So let's get rid of all of this, all of what I don't like, including that van door. That van door is hideous. And we will have a bumper on the back. Is that central? Yeah. See, that's already looking better than the van door. I'd have like 3 of those. I think they're pretty good for structure as well. Could have that there. Like so. Could have those, but then we don't have the gun, so we can't have that. Never mind. It would look cool though. It would look cool. We could have. Can we have this side mounted? We can. Though I don't know how useful it's going to be. And again, it looks weird. I want a tank that I can enjoy driving, one that looks cool. And yeah, the guns don't really limit the angle. I can't shoot directly sideways. And it can't shoot anything on the right side. It can only shoot front and back, basically. So I don't want that. That's going to be weird. I could use something. Ooh. I like that. There we go. Solved. It blocks the main gun a little bit if I try and aim all the way down. But that's not a big issue. It can still aim down. It just can't shoot directly front while aiming down. But that's not a big issue. Now I could get the plow. Where's the plow gun? There. Get a plow. Flip it. I could have it underneath. You can't have it quite like connected like I wanted it to be, but that gives it kind of a little bit of a boat feel. You know, it's a bit of a water tank. Even though it's not, but you know, it's got that boat look to it. These side bits look too bare now though, that's the problem. I could go with those look kinda... they look alright. Could have these hatchet blades with dual wings. There. That looks nice. Yeah, I think I prefer that looking... sticking out a little bit. Yeah. It looks like an absolute mess, but I like it. It's my mess. Leave it alone, guys. It's my mess. And now it's just a case of... Not sure if I like that or not, but I'll go with it for now. Adds extra structure regardless. I think we're pretty much flip this on the back. Because we only got one of those. So put that. Put that. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. And put that. Like that. Doesn't look perfectly, doesn't look clean, but it's something. It adds some structure to it, which is what we care about. Those, they add quite a bit of structure. They're quite nice for structure. A small little space as well. So yeah, I think that's it. We've used all of our parts. Let's just see. It looks a bit weird, but it's better than our first one. And it can survive against itself pretty good. So for those who don't know, that target I'm shooting is a replica of what I'm driving. So you can test how well you fare against yourself, I suppose. But yeah, this tank works pretty well. So thanks for watching, guys. If you want to see this little baby in action, then be sure to subscribe to my channel. And my next video will be taking this thing out, hopefully against a PvP, and we'll see just how good it is. Laters, taters.